USC is at a crossroads. The question before us is what's wrong with Caleb Williams, and will Lincoln Riley finally adjust the defensive philosophy? So that's two questions. I'm going to put it like this. The defense isn't good. The defense is playing Alex Grinch's scheme, and they're playing it very well because the scheme is tackles for loss and turnovers. That means you're going to give up big yardage. They're giving up a ton of yardage. They gave up season high to Utah in points and yardage last week. Even when the defense played well, Caleb Williams did not, Notre Dame, and they lost that game. So now we're looking at a USC team that is 6-2 and has 3 out of 4 opponents that have numbers next to their names next on the schedule. So it looks like SC could just as easily go 7-5 as it went 6-2. You might wonder what the hell's going on here. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's frankly not that Lincoln Riley needs to recruit more and needs more time to recruit. I gave this stat last week. Clay Helton, through 22 games, was 17-5. Lincoln Riley, through 22 games at SC, is 17-5. Now, people would say, what kind of roster did Clay Helton have? What kind of roster did Lincoln Riley have? Roster management. I don't think there's a better head coach with roster management than Lincoln Riley, who showed up to USC, turned over the spot with 51 new dudes, and came out with a top 25 program that won 11 games, okay? So that ain't it. He's getting who he wants. He just hasn't developed what he has into a national title contender, all right? And frankly, that's got to do with what are you doing against the class football teams in our sport? Because SC is beating all the teams that it's supposed to. It's the teams that got numbers next to their names where they are having fits. Check this out. Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams have combined to go 3-7 against top 25 teams dating back to Oklahoma. You might think that there's a fourth win in there, but it's not, because Spencer Rattler started the game that Caleb Williams won against Texas, right? That was the emergence of Caleb Williams and when he became the guy for Lincoln Riley, let alone Oklahoma and USC. But it's deeper than rap. Riley at SC is 2-5 against top 25 teams. That means he's also 0-2 against top 25 teams this season. Now, SC is in a bye week, but they come back off that bye week against the undefeated Washington. Okay? So there's that. But I also find it interesting, and I can understand where Oklahoma fans are coming from on this. Not me personally, but I understand. So I'm going to lay this out. When Riley told Dennis Dodd at CBS Sports that he never thought he had the best team in the college football playoff, Oklahoma fans took that as a defense, right? Because you go to the college football playoff 4 times, you get stomped out in the semifinals 4 times, and then you claim that you never had the best roster, which, by the way, was true, right? I get that part. But we got pride like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So you go to SC, and then you say one of the reasons that you go to SC is because you think you can make this place into the Mecca of college football. Now, for my Islamic family and brothers, like, Mecca is a holy place. So you don't just say Mecca. Like, I wouldn't say Mecca. That's not me, right? I don't use that as a euphemism for anything. Like, I don't say the Vatican of anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. But then you go to SC, you put together this roster, and you're winning a bunch of games, but you're not beating the teams that win championships, notably Utah, right? You are 0-2 against the defending Pac-12 champs. 0-3, lost twice last year. But at Oklahoma, Riley was actually much better against top 25 teams. Peep this. Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma is 15-6 against top 25 opponents. So good that at Oklahoma, the phrase was coined Championship November, because until 2021, Lincoln Riley had coached a football team that went undefeated in November in winning time, right? When you got to have it for the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. 2021, get off to a 9-0 start, get out of October undefeated. Then you promptly lose to Baylor. Then you promptly lose to Oklahoma State, and Riley is off to California like his last name is Jode, and he's part of the Grapes of Wrath. So maybe Riley was better at Oklahoma. No, Riley was better at Oklahoma than he is at SC. I'm still interested to see if he can turn that resume around specifically this year when you got 3 ranked opponents left. And then when you go into the Big Ten, oh boy. A lot of folks thought that Lincoln Riley was running from the SEC when he took the USC job. I don't think that's true. I really don't. I don't think the man is running from anybody. However, the Pac-12 this year is a great example of what the Big Ten will be next year. You're going to have some squads in the Big Ten. Matter of fact, only one team inside the AP top 10 won't be SEC or Big Ten next year. That's Florida State. And most Florida State fans would love to join the SEC. You know what I'm saying? So Riley need to get it figured out. If that means looking at Alex Grinch and saying change the defensive philosophy into something else, or if it means looking at your offense and going, am I giving the defense the best opportunities to win? Because honestly, winning Heisman trophies is great. But if you don't win a national championship, that's what matters to me. That's what matters to fans. I don't count Heisman Trophy statues. Wow, that's a lie. I count 7 Heisman Trophy statues. But I don't want to count as many Heisman Trophy statues as I do national championships, okay? I would love to have way more national championships than Heisman trophies. You know why? Because I carry national championship in my back pocket as an Oklahoma fan, as any fan. That's the one. Central Florida fans, you can't take that 2017 national championship from them. They earned it. They went undefeated. The system is broken, not them. If you like what you've seen, consider subscribing to the #1 college football show on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcast.